I'm Hannah, I'm a Senior Content Strategist at Connective 3.
And I'm Marisa, Senior Content Writer at Connective 3.
And we're going to talk to you about how to write content for the finance sector. Our first point is when you're writing for finance, you might need to go outside the usual kind of remit for doing your ideation. So it's really helpful to get other people involved. If you work for a finance brand, that might mean getting someone from the contact centre, from customer service, mortgage advisors, anyone like that. Anyone that deals with sort of customers and clients on a day-to-day basis, get them involved in ideation, because you'd be surprised what ideas they can come up with that you wouldn't be able to find just doing normal keyword searches on your own. So it can give you really helpful, unique insights you won't get anywhere else.
So our tip number 2 is basically to build a relationship and become just best friends with compliance. Usually in the finance industry, things will have to go through quite a lot of people before it'll be able to be published. So it's important you build a trusted relationship with the sort of compliance team to try and work through whatever content you're trying to push out and make sure that you can work seamlessly together.
Tip number 3, for the financial sector, and with all sectors to be honest, Google EEAT, as it is now, is going to be absolutely vital. Finance sector comes under what we call your money or your life, which means that Google has slightly stricter policies on how it treats that kind of content. So you really need to make sure every piece of content that you're writing, that you're thinking about writing, you have to be looking at, do we have the experience to talk about this? Do we have the expertise to talk about this? Is this going to help us demonstrate our authority? And is this going to have positive trust signals that we can show our users and Google that we're the right people to be listening to on this topic? I think if you're looking at content and you can't answer yes to those things, then maybe have a bit of a rethink about what you're writing.
Tip number 4 is basically don't be afraid to talk about what your client doesn't necessarily do. Obviously you want to make sure it's related to the client and there's still relevancy going on there, but it doesn't mean you can't expand the sort of topics that you're able to explore, because there's so much out there, and as long as you're providing useful, helpful information that is correct, then Google will recognise that and it'll still matter to your client and rankings and all that good stuff.
So those were our top tips for creating content in the financial sector. For more on this, head to connective3.com or check us out on LinkedIn.